Hello everyone, welcome back to the latest update series of Drishti IAS. This is Divya Kabatra and today we are going to talk about a very important topic, that is blue bond, since India is going to take part in it very soon. What is this blue bond? Why is it necessary? Why is India getting into it? And why now? Why not until now? And what is the global scenario regarding this? Are there other countries performing well in this? What is happening? We'll see all of that. Stay tuned till the end to know all about it. Alright. So first of all, why is it in news? Because India is preparing to enter the blue bond market with Sagarmala Finance Corporation and Vadodara Municipal Corporation planning bond that issues with a combined 1200 crore rupees, right? The proposed bonds will fund maritime and water infrastructure. That is why it is blue bond. We'll talk about it, what is blue bond. But for now, India is entering into the market with these two organizations. That's why this is in news. I hope that is clear. Yes. All right. So while Sagarmala Finance is considering an issue of 1000 crore, Vadodara Municipal Corporation is seeking approval for 200 crore. These are the two corpuses that we are going to introduce with. So Sagarmala could tentatively come to the market by the last week of September. That is the timeline we have, and after that Vadodara will also come into the market. So before we move forward with this and we see how India is going to enter, let's understand what blue bond actually is. Alright, what is a blue bond? According to the International Finance Corporation, there's a definition given for this. A blue bond is a specialized financial instrument. Since it is a bond, obviously it is a financial instrument where capital raised is specifically allocated to projects supporting oceans. That is the blue structures. Blue is for the color, that is water, water resources, water bodies and aquatic life, all that. That is represented through the color blue. So they're supporting ocean, marine ecosystem, water management or broader sustainable blue economy. That is what we are going to work on. That is entirely blue economy. Alright, we're going to support that. We are going to support our oceans, their cleanliness, preventing oil spills, maintaining aquatic life, maintaining water resources. All these are our purposes. Clear? That is what we are going to handle upon. How do they work? Like traditional bonds or green bonds, investors purchase the debt to earn fixed interest and get their principal back upon maturity like normal bond. Simple. Alright, the key difference here is that proceeds are strictly earmarked for water-centric initiatives. The proceeds cannot go to any other sector. That is a special difference here. If it is a blue bond, whatever you make it out of it from maturity, all of that will go towards water-centric initiatives and nothing else. Entirely it has to go to blue economy and it cannot go for any other purpose. That is a key difference here. Like marine conservation, you can work on aquaculture, you can work on port infrastructure, wastewater treatment, pollution control, all that can be done, but it has to be related to water. Right? The reporting issuers must maintain transparency and report direct environmental impacts of their projects so that investors can be informed. Environmental impact assessment should be done timely and all that report should be given to the investors so they know that they are not in turn giving money for more pollution. Right? Exactly. That is blue bond. I hope that is clear. Yes? Alright. So what are the entities launching India's first issue? Sagarmala Finance Corporation and Vadodara Municipal Corporation. We've seen that 1000 crore and 200 crore late September and pending file approvals. Focus will be, for Sagarmala, the focus is on maritime infrastructure, coastal roads, shipbuilding and inland waterways. The rating here is they are rated AA+, that is CARE and Indian rating, both. What is the benefit here? This will be a 10-year bond. It will help fix a duration mismatch on its balance sheet. However, Vadodara Municipal Corporation will be focusing on urban water infrastructure, pump house, clear water reservoir, wastewater treatment, all these structures. Not the coastal road, not the shipbuilding. They're both working on different directions but still related to water. Can you see that? Exactly. So this will demonstrate blue bond extend to municipal water system also, not just ocean side project, because when we think about blue economy, we directly imagine an ocean. This project is bringing it down to municipal structures, telling that the blue economy begins here, right? Villages are where all the kinds of economies start. So why is India entering the blue market now? Like, why this timing? Like, is there any reason behind this? So expanding sustainable finance is one of the reasons. Why? Because India already has a sizable sustainable market. We are working towards sustainability, we are working towards renewability. All that has been a large status of focus of Indian economy now. So now here sizable sustainable market is what is attracting us. Why? Because it is mostly dominated by green debt. That accounts for 83%, that is 55.9 billion of the sustainable debt that has been issued through 2024. Blue bonds will allow the market to diversify. We will be able to diversify the market, and India's blue economy contributes roughly to 4.1% of the national GDP, and approximately 95% of India's trade by volume moves via sea routes, right? So the contribution here might be 4.1%, but then the sea route is very, very, very important. And we are obviously using blue economy on a large scale. We can benefit from that through bonds as well and make it even better, right? Exactly. So Vision 2047 target, India also aims to scale up maritime sector's contribution in the GDP from 4% to 12%. It is 4.1% now. Where do we want to reach? 12%, right? By when? 2047. If we want to achieve this, naturally we will have to improve the infrastructure, improve the conditions, while at the same time managing environmental impact assessment. For that, these blue bonds will help us, right? They will give us collective money for investment also. At the same time, since they are blue bonds, they will be moving towards environmental sustainability as well, because they are associated with environmental impact assessment consistently, right? That's why they will help us achieve this target very soon. Can we say that? Yes, exactly. What is the advantage of this blue bond? Like, why are they so important? First of all, diversification of capital, new class of ESG, environmental, social and governance for classes can come forward for Indian infrastructure. They can invest here. That is important. Then there's a lower cost of capital also. Often bonds with sustainability mandate can attract greenium, that is bluenium also. Meaning investors are willing to accept lower yields because of the positive environmental impact, right? They'll invest more, get slightly lower returns, and they'll be happy about it. Why? Because they know that the rest of their income, the rest of their profit is going to save the environment. There are people who actively want to do that, right? So that will attract more funds from there. Lower cost of capital will also be there. Asset liability matching is there. As seen in SMFCL, infrastructure projects have long gestation period. These infrastructure projects take 10 to 12 years to complete, right? But traditional borrowings are short term. Generally, they are 3-4 years. So issuing 10-year blue bond will fix that duration mismatch, right? This short-term borrowing, we have to do it again and again and again, because the project runs for 10 to 12 years. So 4 times we will take this, right? Approximately 4 times we'll have to take this. But through a 10-year bond, it becomes very simple. This mismatch is done away with, right? That also we get help with. And then obviously there is a accountability, because stringent reporting is there for blue bonds to improve the governance and transparency in project execution, so that environment, bureaucracy, governance, everything is above board and transparent and accountable. Clear? That is the advantage. But if we think so, that if India is entering into the blue bond market, shouldn't our blue economy be doing very good? Only then this would be a benefit, right? So let's find out the status of our blue economy. First of all, economic scale, if we think about it, the blue economy contributes roughly to 4.1%, that we've already seen. If we talk about geographical imperative, we have a very vast coastline, right? This is, this keeps changing, you know, the new data has also come. That is totally fine. An exclusive economic zone of 22 million kilometer squares, 12 major and 200 plus non-major ports. This is our economy. Trade dependency, 95% of the trade dependency, and then the policy push. If we talk about the global context, first sovereign issue was done by Seychelles in 2018 with World Bank backing. Current market size, global cumulative blue bond issuances have surpassed $15 billion by mid-2025, and they are projected to reach $70 billion by 2030. So we are going to become a part of this pool. Currently, blue bonds represent roughly 0.24% of the global sustainable bond market, but putting the asset class where green bonds were a decade ago before crossing 1 trillion mark, right? So green bonds also began like this, but they crossed the mark. Blue bonds are also going to do that. There's nothing to worry about it, and it is a very good market to enter into. Yes? Exactly. So we have a practice question based on this. Solve the question and tell us how much you understand about blue bond now. Alright? Read the question and answer quickly. Done? Alright, we'll look for your answers in the comment section, and if you want to join us for more such current affairs discussions, you can join our session at the Drishti IAS English channel Monday to Saturday live at 8:30 a.m. where we discuss the Hindu newspaper and PIB analysis as well as practice questions. Alright, that is the structure of the class. You can join at 8:30 a.m. live Monday to Saturday. Alright, that was our session for the day. Thank you so much for joining in. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.